So, hello everybody. Happy weekend and welcome back to another edition of What Did Kathy Watch? Although this one is not going to be so much What Did Kathy Watch as another list that has popped into my mind. Who does not love a bad boy or even a bad girl? Movie villains keep us entertained. They keep us guessing. Where would we be without them? So without further ado, I give you my personal list of what I think are the 10 best movie villains. Although actually, I should point out it will be 11 because one of the films I'm going to name has two villains in it. So let's start out with number 10 on the list, Stephen King's 1993 Needful Things, where Max von Sydow plays Leland Gaunt, a suave, urbane-looking gentleman who moves into the tiny town of Castle Rock and opens an antique shop called Needful Things, where people go in and he always seems to have just what you're looking for, what you want. But Leland's prize antiques, they come with a very dark price. Leland Gaunt, played by Max von Sydow, number 10 on my list. Number 9, again, it's Stephen King, the 1995 film version of Apt Pupil with one of my all-time favorite actors, Ian McKellen, playing the ex-Nazi Kurt Dusander. In this film, Ian McKellen's character has been living in a tiny town in California, unknown, unsuspected by anybody for decades, until a junior high school student who has been asked to do a paper on the Holocaust as a school project spots him, and since he's been doing research, it occurs to him that this old dude looks just like the guy in the history books. And there follows a terrifying, very strange codependent relationship between Kurt Dusander and poor Todd, the kid who outs him. Number 9. Number 8. This is from Korea, the 1999 Takashi Miike film, Audition. The young man, he's not a young man. He's middle-aged, which to me is still young. So there's a middle-aged man whose wife suddenly dies while his son is small. And 15 years later, the son convinces him that he's turned into an old grump and he should find a girlfriend. The father works in the movie industry, so he holds a fake audition to select girls. And the woman he selects is named Asami Yamazaki, played by Ihi Shaina. And she looks angelic. She looks like every man's dream woman. But she's not what she seems to be. And therein, is the plot for the whole movie. Number 7. 1987's Less Than Zero, based on the book by Bret Easton Ellis. And the villain in this is none other than James Spader in the role of the drug-dealing, heartless Rip. How many films have you seen where James Spader was up to no good? This is another one of those. Additionally, it's from the 80s when they were doing all the Brat Pack teen movies. He's suave, he's good looking, but he just radiates an intense evil throughout the film. Number 6. Let's go back to Stephen King for 1999, Storm of the Century. Combe Fior plays Andre Lenoge, the little man who shows up during the middle of a blizzard in a small Maine coastal town. And he seems to know everything about everybody in the town, which is not a good thing. And it opens with the brutal murder of the town's oldest resident by Lenoge. And the rest of the movie is haunted by his chilling line. Just saying it makes all the hair on my arms stand up. Just give me what I want. Delivered with such a blank face. That's number 6. Halfway through the list, and we're on number 5. 1993's California. This was the first time I had seen Brad Pitt in a villainous role, and he was shockingly, unnervingly good. He plays the drifter named Early Grace, who is dating he's dating Juliette Lewis in this as his girlfriend, and they hitch a ride with a nice, normal, professional couple to California. And as the cross-country drive continues, Early gets more and more devious and deviant and evil. He was truly terrifying. But it didn't take away from the film. Actually, for me, it was, nice to see that he could do something more than be a pretty boy, because he was not pretty in this movie. Number 4 is my surprise. It's 1991's The Prince of Tides, and this had 2 evil people in it. The film is basically, to me anyway, it's about a dysfunctional family. But the main character, she tries to commit suicide, and her brother goes to the rescue, and he's trying to explain to his sister's psychiatrist about their childhood and why his beloved sister continually tries to off herself. The 2 evil villains in this are none other than, yes, the parents. Lila Wingo, played by Blythe Danner, who was the most selfish, self-centered mother ever. You wonder why she even bothered to have children. And the father, played by Brad Sullivan, as Henry Wingo, a loudmouth, drunken, physically abusive braggart. Watching this movie, it made you think that some people needed to get a license to have children, in the same way you need licenses to go fishing or hunting or have a pet. Some people really need to be licensed to have kids. They were the worst parents I'd ever seen in a movie. Let's move on to number 3. 2009's Precious. If you've seen Precious, then I don't need to give you a brief synopsis. Suffice it to say that the evil person in this was Precious's mom, played by the then rapper turned comedian, and I don't know what she's doing now, Monique. It's a very dark movie. It's in my collection, and I think I've watched it twice, but I don't think I want to watch it again. We're nearing the end. Number 2, this woman still scares me in terms of feminine villains. Number 2, 1940s Rebecca, with Dame Judith Anderson in the role of Mrs. Danvers. There's a school of thought, now anyway, in current times, that said Mrs. Danvers was a closeted lesbian. I don't know. I saw the film when I was young. I watch it maybe 3 or 4 times a year because I really like Joan Fontaine. But what I do know about Mrs. Danvers is, lesbian or no, she was inherently evil. And her face never changed. Even at the end, when she's standing in the middle of the flames, having set the mansion on fire, her face is just granite, stone. And that takes us to the very top of the list. My best movie villain ever. And not surprisingly, it's a woman. 1975's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, with Louise Fletcher as Nurse Ratched. What made her so terrifying to me, so villainous, was the way she attempted to exude this caring attitude. The way her voice, her tone, her inflection never varies. The way she never blinked. People who don't blink make me really nervous. I don't know why, since childhood. It's just the way it is. The idea, though, that she could authorize what's done to poor Randall in the end it remains horrifying and shocking. So there you have it. My 10, actually 11 because of the parents, best movie villains. So I hope you enjoyed that. As always, let me know what you think. Did I nail it, or did I leave people out? Or can you suggest somebody? At any rate, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thanks as always for tuning in. Bye for now.